I would say, let them all in. They come. That's middle. Oh, that's up. That's up.
How many people do I know here? Four.
I think you know probably a lot of the people.
Hey guys.
Greetings,
Hi.
guys. Hey.
Hi.
Hello,
Nice to
hello.
meet you,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Axel. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hello, big
Oh,
girl.
let's see. Lily not drunk.
Hello.
No, wait. I'm at home.
Hi.
And home,
Hi.
not outside like the last time.
No,
Hello.
I'm in my room.
No, she's
Hey,
not drunk
everyone.
this time.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's good to see and meet you guys after I waited a few weeks with some tries in Discord, waiting for some people to join in the voice chats. But yes, it was some tries, but good to see you now.
Here we are.
Finally, yes.
My phone.
How are you?
Fine, you too?
Settled in. Everyone is connected to the audio.
Can you hear me? Because my audio didn't really work.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
we
working
can hear
fine.
you.
It's good enough.
Yep.
Oh,
Pretty much some new people see.
yes.
Cool.
Yes, Sophie, Liliane. Oh no.
Yeah, well, Tom isn't here. He has, I believe, a birthday or something, but maybe he will join a bit later. So the question is, how did you find the show? That would.
Oh,
Well, we are here. So
we have survived the last episodes, I would say.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's good. Especially which one was it? I believe 6 and 8. Yes, 6 and 8. Those were some crazy episodes.
Especially watching the 6th episode, just watching the
Very
first minutes and you
sad.
say, yeah, can they get it out or not? And then the big and we can say sad surprise at the end.
Yeah, that was not a good feeling.
Just be shocked with open eyes and a big open mouth, and you say, "What?"
So WTF did just happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it came out, it was like 10 a.m. for me, and I was in the home office or working from home.
Mhm.
Americans don't know the term home office. Well, home office means home office, not. Let's just say I worked until 10 and then just binged it right through. No pause, no net, nothing. So, where are you all from?
Northern
France.
Germany.
Canada.
Czech
Spain.
Republic here. Los Angeles.
LA! That's cool.
Yeah, LA. Yeah.
I'm not from the States, but I have a big.
Yeah.
And one right here. Oh, here. Probably see that I'm an American fan.
No.
No, no.
No.
The better question is how many of us have already been in the US? I can say not me yet.
Yeah, same for me. I wanted to go in 2019.
Ah, yeah.
For obvious reason that didn't work, and I wanted to go in 2020 and
Mhm.
again. And then now we're in 2022, and let's see. Goal is to go in fall. Go to Max Circus. Maybe it will happen. Maybe it will not.
I would love to visit New York City.
Max is there currently.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what the hell he's doing there, but I'm guessing filming or whatever.
The next Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, New York is great. Yeah, I lived in
Yes.
Brooklyn for 6 years, and then I recently moved out to LA about a year ago. So I'm still very much New Yorker. I grew up just outside of New York, so
Cool.
great city. Yeah.
I would love to visit New York because my favorite singer is from New York, and I'm a big fan, so I want to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, America, a nice country, but sometimes a bit
Yes.
strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I think every country of this world is a little bit strange of this own part.
Yeah.
If you guys want to visit another country, where would you like to go? I would love to visit Japan, for example.
Japan, Nihon, yeah.
Yes.
Japan would be good, yeah. But if you come to Switzerland, bring money.
I would love to go somewhere in Europe.
It's expensive.
I mean, I have been in Japan for 2 weeks. There was a travel, I think, 3 years ago. I went there with my brother and 7 friends. So we have been a group of 9 people, and we spent the time 2 weeks over the new year. So we traveled for the Christmas in 2018 and stayed until I think it was the 5th January. We have been in the first week in Osaka, the second biggest city of Japan, and then we moved for the second week to Tokyo. Yes, it was an unforgettable experience, but yes, you need to hold money ready. It's not
Yes.
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, money
Um,
dictates
peop-
the world.
People said that Japan is like different, so different from the other countries, like the culture and the people.
Of course. But sumimasen, watashi wa Nihonjin janai desu. Doitsu desu.
I don't understand.
Yeah, so just called I'm not the Japan ones. I cannot speak Japanese, but German.
I can speak in Japan. Toyota.
Gonbanwa.
Ah, Godzilla.
Godzilla.
It's like those the scary movies, those old scary movies when they had like the really bad kind of scenes in those. There was one where it was just entirely just made up gibberish for Japanese in it, and I never noticed it when I was like watching it originally. And I went back and I watched it. I'm like, how is this approved? How did this actually come out? Like in those movies.
Yeah, sometimes it's the internet is just crazy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like how you can steal art from someone or impersonate an actor, and the authorities don't do that thing. Axel and I can sing a song from that. He more than myself, because his art is more known. My stuff.
That remembers me about the Article 17 here in Europe, and also European thing.
Isn't it Article 13?
It has been changed? Okay. I think it was Article 13 first, and then they changed the number. I don't know why. This is the law, something crazy. I don't understand, but yes, one of these articles.
Let me just say, surprise.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
Hey, Max.
Hello?
Oh,
Hey!
hello.
Hi.
Greetings.
Oh,
How's it going? How are you?
Great.
Good to
Very
see you
good.
guys. Listen, I only can jump in here for like 15 minutes, but I wanted to make sure I could see you guys. It's been too long.
hi.
Yeah, you're somewhere in New York.
Yeah, I'm here in New York.
How's everything in your Max?
It's going good. It's going good. I'm filming out here doing an Apple show, and it's nice. It's really my first time spending time in New York. So that's cool. I haven't gotten to do that yet. It's mostly just been Chicago, LA, and Vancouver are the 3 cities that I've gotten to know. So it's cool. I like it out here. It's a lot more crowded than what I'm used to. It's like the same size as Chicago, it feels like, but with like 3 times the amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's
It's
packed.
spring break now, yes?
For my school, yeah, I guess, yeah, spring break is this week, although I'm kind of on my filming schedule, so it doesn't really change much for me. But yeah, my sister's coming out here to New York, and we'll be doing some vacationing here because I have basically the entire week off. So it worked out well. I think we're gonna do Ellis Island sometime this week, which I haven't done, but my grandparents' names are on the, bottom of the Statue of Liberty, like pedestal thing. So that would be cool to see them.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
Everybody's
Awesome.
surprised to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's everyone?
Everyone,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
everyone keep asking me, is Max there? Is someone there? And I'm always telling the people it's a fandom meetup.
The surprise,
Get to know the other fans, and it's not to get to meet actors. So
For sure. For sure. I'm seeing some familiar faces here, but it seems like there's some new people as well. So that's
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
One of his new faces you can see.
Yeah, what's
Max
up?
here.
I hope you're fine, Max.
Hi, Max.
How are
Hey,
you, Max?
Good. How are you? Good.
Hi. Hi.
Hey. Awesome. This is awesome. Where's everybody coming in from? The new people, the new guys this time. Where are you
I
guys?
am actually from Bahrain. It's an Arabic country. It's really
Yeah.
small,
I
actually.
know. I know where it
It's
is.
an island, actually, not in a country.
Oh, cool. The F1 race was there a few weeks ago.
Yes, I went to the fun. It was really nice and amazing. They had so much activities there, and their food was amazing too.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've never been to Bahrain, but I would love to go sometime. I
I could see you in face to face, like in real life.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a big like ancient history fan. So the Middle East, of course, is like a super big like
Oh,
topic of that. So I would love to go and see some historic sites all over that region. Who knows? Maybe
I really didn't
before I go to
know that you know about them.
Where are people from? Let's see, who are some new people in here?
I'm from Romania.
Where are you from?
Romania.
Romania. Okay, so my dad's father, so my grandfather, we don't know because he kind of grew up. We don't know much about his past because he grew up in an orphanage in the Bronx in New York, actually. But we think that his parents were from Romania. So a little bit Romanian. That's awesome. I went to school with a kid who was like fully Romanian and spoke Romanian. His name was Victor, and I went to school with him from like 6th to 8th grade. So that's my one connection to Romania. It's about all I know. That's cool though. That's cool. Awesome. That's awesome.
I'm from Switzerland. The thing is,
From
most people,
Switzerland. But you live in you live in Switzerland still,
yes,
right?
but
You live
most
in-
people think I'm actually from the US or from Chicago because
Yeah, because the American flag. Yeah, that makes sense. I actually have the Rome soccer team flag in my room, hanging in my room, which is weird because I'm a Juventus fan. But all my family members, they kind of like, I went to Italy when I was like 5 years old, wearing my full Juventus gear, not realizing that is a crime in Rome. And and my family members, when I got off the plane, they were like, "Oh my God, you have to put this on," because they live in Rome and Sicily. So they were like, "No, that's wrong. That's a crime. You can't do that." So they decked me out in complete Rome gear. So I have all the Rome gear, but I'm not a Rome fan. So a lot of people think that I'm from Rome if I just FaceTimed them from my room and didn't say anything. Then they realize I have kind of a Chicago accent. Awesome, guys.
yeah, I'm hoping to come this year.
To the circuit.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hopefully I'll be there. I'm free. So hopefully I will see you there and you'll get to see my act. That would be
No,
fun.
just text me where you are. I'll fly there.
Okay. Cool. Copy that.
He will take the whole fandom with him.
Yes. Do it.
Just be
Yeah.
prepared for
Everybody with
200
you.
guys.
If not everyone is coming, I make sure to go live if you down to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Forgive me if I just butcher the pronunciation, but is it Weiss? Is that your name? Weiss?
Weiss Inayat, yes. It's
Where are you from? Where are you from?
from northern Germany.
Germany. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. I'm also 25% German. Although I was reading and like people from other countries don't like they think it's weird when Americans say, "Oh yeah, like I'm Italian and German and British and blah 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 blah." Like
Okay.
they're like, "Oh no, you're just American." Like I didn't realize that wasn't really like a thing in a lot of other places. Am I wrong?
I was very surprised to see at the last Fandom Meetup interviews that many guests have asked you which languages do you speak. If you speak Italian or Spanish or French, there was one, but can you speak so many languages? But okay, now I understand a little bit why they ask it. As
Yeah.
yes, I'm living in the second biggest city in northern Germany. Nothing special. It's cold, windy, storm sometimes. Today I have got a handle storm today 3 times. Sun is shining, then raining, storm again, and it's still quite different here.
That sounds like Chicago weather. It was like 70 degrees one day, and then it was like 2 degrees and snowing.
Yeah, we had snow like 1 or 2 foot, and I actually had to go help the police because they just couldn't take it.
Honestly, like Canadian weather is just bonkers. Like sometimes it's snowing, sometimes it's raining, and then the next day it's
Yeah.
like 19 degrees.
We're in Canada, Ontario, or
Yeah.
yeah, I figured that sounds just like Chicago weather right there. So yeah, I spent a little bit of time in Toronto when I was like, or as I guess when I was in Canada last in Vancouver, where we filmed Lost in Space, they said you can't say Toronto, you say Toronto. So but last time I was there, I was like, gosh, 9 or 10. So it's been a while, and I've wanted to go back because we have a lot of close friends who live there from when I filmed there last. But mostly I spend my time in Vancouver. I'm hoping to get back out there so I can go snowboarding next winter. I really only got to go snowboarding once this year, which was a bummer.
Yeah, sure. For
I really
season
wanted
4.
to go to Vancouver, yeah.
What was that, Joel?
Yeah, sure. For season 4.
Yeah, hopefully. You never know. You never know. You never know. I'd like to see this before.
Well,
so
Ina wrote in the book end of chapter 1. So
right. They definitely set it up. I don't know if it's on anybody's mind right now. You guys would probably figure that out before me, considering when they released the teaser for season 3, they were like, Lost in Space is coming back for the final season. And I read that and I was like, oh, are we going back for a final season? Nobody told me this. They didn't tell me it would be the final season until they released it to the world. But so I figure you guys will figure out if we're going back for a season.
well, we're over 250 members on the fandom Discord, so I'm sure we're coming up with something.
You guys are on it. Good. I'm glad. No, if you guys make enough noise, I'm sure eventually they'd do something.
Oh yeah. Funny thing is, Zach would actually also be here today, but
Zach's coming in?
he would, but he had other plans, sadly.
Yes,
But
I asked him.
probably next time.
Bummer. Zach thinks he's too good for us, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's too busy. He's too busy living that California Hollywood lifestyle. You know what I mean? The sun's getting to him. It's too hot there.
Yeah. No, but now referencing to the last meetup where you said episode 6 and 8 were the best, I can now finally agree with you.
You agree?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, good. No, yeah, episode 6, I was really happy with how episode 6 turned out. We that was like a crazy thing to shoot. I think I should specify. Wait, everybody's caught up, right? Like everybody?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And if you're not, it's your own fault because it's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Well,
Shame on you.
Spoilers are not available anymore, so be prepared.
yeah. The scene where I get stabbed and basically die, that was like a whole day that we took to film that. We didn't film anything else that entire day. I think we might have actually taken a day and a half to film it, and it was just that. Like, it took so long to film because on paper that scene is like nearly 5 pages, I think, which is like a really, really long scene.
Just like you getting stabbed that minute, or the whole, like, you're racing
The whole scene walking up to SAR and everything like that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was a day and a half because the second day was when we had the entire family run in. And that was complicated as well. The robot fight scenes were so hard to choreograph. But that was cool. They ended up turning out well, I think. I was I love that Lost in Space is a family show, but I remember it was kind of a battle between me and Zach about whether we could have like our chest gushing blood or not. I wanted to go like full out, just like Will Robinson's on the ground, just blood pouring out. And he was like, "This is a family show. We can't." I wanted to be when they throw me on the table, and Judy's like, "We gotta get like doing her medical stuff." I wanted like a blood, they have blood pumps that can squeeze them. I wanted that. I wanted my whole shirt soaked. But no, it's a family show, so we couldn't do that. And our costume supervisor Marie, who kind of is like everybody's mom on set, she's the best. She was also like, she was very on me because I don't know if she wanted to see me with that much blood on, because she's basically like all of our mom on set. She's the best. But yeah. Oh, did somebody new just join? Noah. No. Is that? What's up? Welcome. Did you just join or did you just turn your camera on?
Oh, I think you're muted, Noah.
Yeah.
He is muted.
Oh, yes. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Awesome. What's up? I might butcher this. Lila or Layla, one of the two. What's up? How's it going? Awesome.
Hey, and Lillian is not drunk this time, so.
Hey, nice job.
Not yet.
Progress.
I hate you. You know what's funny? Later on in the night, I'm going out with my friends, so I will be drunk.
Oh no.
But I don't have money.
Well, you should open up the Zoom again so we can all witness it one more time.
It's online. It's on my YouTube account. So.
Oh, great.
That
Oh,
video.
good. It's published on the internet.
Yes.
Yes.
That video had like 10,000 views. I was like, what?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And didn't you know some subscribers increase at your YouTube channel because I have linked?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Because there is also a fake Max outside.
I did not know that.
One fake Max? I think 2 or 3 of them, ne?
Yeah, well,
I'll take it as a compliment.
one or two I could take care of, but the other one, yeah.
Oh, I will take it as a compliment. Awesome.
I mean, if the last Fandom Meetup has got, how many you said? More than 10,000 viewers? I don't want to imagine how many viewers you get for this one.
I don't know either.
True. That's true.
I went from like 12 subscribers one day to 70 years old. What's happened here?
Has anybody here been to New York before?
I have last year.
Yeah,
You
you guys
remember this.
missed. Like
Yeah,
roughly
because
there.
my flight got canceled.
Yeah.
So I had to wait another week.
Ah,
And then by the time I got into the plane, he was back in Chicago.
I remember this. Do you have any recommendations about what to do here? Because my sister's coming here tomorrow and I am just not planned out at all.
I mean, I usually go visit my uncle.
Okay.
I mean, I
Probably
love
don't know if I'll be able to go visit your uncle, but
probably not. Besides he lives in Connecticut. But I mean, I pretty much love everything about New York.
okay. Noted.
So I mean, every time I go, I just do everything that everyone does. So
I think we're gonna try and go see a play. Somebody who I became friends with here recently is in Aladdin. He plays Aladdin, so I want to go see that. And I think that's probably all we have planned. Ellis Island was one. We already did the top of the One World Trade, so that was cool.
have you seen Wicked? I remember watching the play Wicked.
I saw Wicked in Chicago, but I mean, you have to see Wicked in New York.
I remember I saw it and there was like a 15-minute break in between. And we went downstairs and there was like a guy having a seizure or something.
Oh,
So my mom had to go help and my sister was like bawling her eyes out. She was completely terrified. And I was like 10 years old, so I didn't know what to do. So
Yikes.
like he's gonna be okay and whatever. And he was okay, luckily.
that's good. I'm glad he's okay. No, yeah, somebody who I knew when I was like a baby, like a close family friend, was in Wicked recently. She's a theater actress. Her name's Alexandra Billings. And I don't know if she's still in Wicked or not. I should probably find out. But she was in Wicked. So maybe, oh, well, if you were 10, it was a while ago. So no, she was recently in Wicked. But I will definitely go look into Wicked because I remember seeing it when I was like probably 10 in Chicago. And that was really cool. So I can only imagine how good the New York one is.
Oh, it was great. I mean, it was perfect.
Awesome. Good. I will check it out.
Max out there living the life. Watch him Instagram. Oh, he's in LA, New York, surfing here and there.
Everything on Instagram looks a lot more impressive than it actually is. I am woefully boring in real life, and I still attend normal school, and I still do some pretty lame things that pretty average things. But yeah, no, Chicago is still where I spend most of my time.
Well,
Except for, I guess, but.
Can't believe that you're boring. I don't think so.
No, I mean, you'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. Come to Chicago and you'll find out.
Okay, I make sure to get in touch with you.
My mom is from Chicago.
Your mom is from Chicago?
Like, she was born there, and then when she was like 3 or 4, she moved back to Argentina.
That's actually crazy.
She was born in Chicago, which is crazy.
That is awesome. Do you still have family in Chicago or no?
No, because I mean, they lived there for my grandpa's work.
Okay.
But I do have family in, well, New York, Ohio, and Connecticut. So yeah.
Ohio's really close.
Yeah.
I have to go. Oh gosh, I'm stressed out just thinking about it. But while I'm in New York, my mom wants to do, the college tours of the East Coast, right?
Oh no. Oh no. I'm just
thinking about it. I'm just like, I have no clue what I want to do, where I want to go. I'm like, Mom, can we just like put this off for a minute? I'm like, you realize you're gonna have to apply next year, and I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to know where I want to go by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's crazy because you're in your final year.
Yes.
That's nuts.
And it's exhausting because I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean,
become a system engineer like me.
You do that.
Like, I want to go like study, like I want to go to college in the US, but then again, it's very expensive there.
That's what's crazy about it here. There's no reason for it.
Like, so the plan is maybe I could stay here for the next 4 years and then I can move there, but I'm not so sure what to do yet.
I remember when I was filming Sense8 in Germany, we filmed like a week in Berlin and I only worked like a day. So I was just there in Berlin for a week. And it's still one of my favorite cities that I've ever been to. No, it was, I was shocked when we were walking around some of the colleges there and they were like, oh yeah, like sometimes you'll actually get money to go to this college. Like they'll pay for your housing and stuff and whatever you don't spend, sometimes you can keep it, blah, 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 something like that. And like college is free there. I was like, what? My mind was blown. I was like, but then I realized that's the way it should be. Like that's
college is free here as well.
I mean, ultimately, when you think about it, it's better for everybody if people go to college. You know what I mean? Like if it's free and people are stimulated to keep learning, it's ultimately better in the long run for everybody. You know what I mean? Makes no sense.
When you will graduate in grade 12, what do you think? Which college would you go?
That's a great question, and I have no answer. Not even like a hint.
I was actually thinking that I would go when I would graduate. I would go to Chicago.
Chicago?
Your country, yes.
Chicago has some great schools. We have University of Chicago, Northwestern, University of Illinois, Chicago. We got Columbia. There's some great schools in Chicago.
That's amazing.
So you would definitely be wise to look into some of that, and we'd love to have you there for sure.
Oh.
You should come. Well, how old are you?
Oh, I actually look 15, everybody says, but I am actually 12, and I will be 13 December 9th.
13 December 9th. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you have some time to think about it. That's good.
Yes, I have so much time. my mother says I should think about it, but I really wanted to be an actor. But then I changed to be a dentist, then a doctor. So I just need time.
All of those are wise decisions, I'm sure. It seems like you got some good ideas floating around up there.
Yes, I am actually an actor in Bahrain. I act only in ads, like for a dentist and like that. But I'm still working on it. Even in my school, I go to acting clubs and I still like work on acting clubs.
Oh, that's awesome. You kind of remind me of my sister a little bit. She also is she's a really good actress, and she does that a lot. She mostly does theater though. She just finished doing this.
You actually encouraged me to be an actor. I didn't know that, but when I saw you like in Lost in Space, I saw you on Instagram like that. You actually encouraged me to be an actor. And thank you for that.
No, thank you for saying that. That makes me want to keep being an actor. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I was just recently watching Chicago Med, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Yeah, that was a fun one to do. It film. I mean, one of the big reasons I did that was because I was at home, and obviously Chicago Med films in Chicago. And the first project that I ever did was a Chicago project. It filmed 20 minutes away from my house. And so I got really close with a lot of the crew on that. And so close even that like to this day, a lot of them will still come to my birthday parties, even though I haven't worked with them in almost a decade. And I did Chicago Med because I knew a lot of the crew on there, and I thought it would be really fun to go back and work with them again, but this time me being 16 instead of 8. And I became really close with a lot of people on there. It was a really talented cast and crew, and those shows are always really fun to do. I did Chicago Fire a little while too, and they have this rule where like you can't do any of the One Chicago shows, but within like 3 years of doing a different role, something like that. So I had to wait until I could come back, and I did Chicago Med, which was cool. Change of pace than Chicago Fire.
Actually, when I go to school and I go to acting lessons, I always post a story in my Instagram that I am there, and I sometimes post a video like how I am working on that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I will make sure to, I'll look for you and make sure to track your progress on that. That's awesome.
Oh.
I'm sure you're going to be a great actress when you grow up, if that's what you decide.
You know my user on Instagram?
Yeah, what is it?
It's, do I say it? Like the spelling?
Sure.
Just type it in the chat. That will be probably easier.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm going to type it in the chat.
That's why he's the computer guy that we all trust.
Yeah, we need to make some progress on the podcast, Max.
On the what? Oh, the podcast. Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, I just realized it is 3:40. Okay, I have to jet in like 2 minutes, but before I go, I just wanted to say first I want to get the Insta in there. Gotcha. Boom. And I also want to say thank you guys for everything and for being like the best fandom in the world.
Did you see it in the chat? I actually
yes, I see it right there. I will check you out.
We wouldn't be much of a fandom without the actual show, so.
Well, the show wouldn't be much of a show without the fandom, so thank you guys.
You guys deserve it.
Thanks. You made me really happy. Thank you, Max, for everything.
Of course.
Space.
I will let you know when I'm in Bahrain, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully I'll come out there for the race next year.
Oh, yes. I always go, and every year I always go to that race. It's very amazing.
Yep. What team do you root for? If anybody says anything other than Ferrari, we're gonna have a problem.
Yes,
Ferrari, of course.
I actually love Ferrari.
Okay, good.
I'm always with Ferrari. I'm never changing that.
Yeah. Where are you from, everybody? Netherlands, Czech Republic, India. Awesome.
I'm from Hungary.
Hungary, sweet. I don't know if you guys saw this. I posted about it. I was in India Club at my school.
Yeah, I saw that.
for a
It was
performance.
amazing.
And yeah, it was really fun. And so that's like my one tidbit there, and I want to go visit because I have a really close friend who lives there. His name's Anupam Kerr, and I
Oh,
want to go.
yeah.
I want to go visit him there. He's been telling me I should come out and visit him since I was like 10 years old, and now I really want to. Now that I have gotten a taste for Bollywood dancing, and I definitely want to get out there.
Wasn't Anupam the doctor in The Family Man?
Yeah, he was. That was him, and we've just became really close over the years. And I like to think that he kind of like has some sixth sense about like every time something goes wrong, or like I'm bummed or I'm down about some event in my life, I'll always get a call from Anupam out of the blue. It's the weirdest thing. He'll have no reason to know what's wrong or anything. He just calls me and checks in. It's the craziest thing. But he's a really cool person. But anyways, I do have to jet, guys. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for coming in, and I'm so glad I got to stop by, and hopefully we can do many more of these over the years, and who knows, down the future maybe we'll have a season 4 to talk about. Fingers crossed, right?
Yes, fingers crossed, please.
Thank you, Max,
Totally.
for coming, from taking the time out.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
It was
Max.
nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Luck, Max.
Thank you for
See
coming.
you next time soon.
Oh, wait, I totally forgot to type. I forgot to type in your Instagram. Ah! Wait, no, this is so awkward. Okay, Ali Rem. Oh gosh, I can't find it. This is bad.
If you lose it, you can come to me. I can give it to you.
Okay, I found you. I got it.
Thanks to give me
Oh,
automation
and,
to create an
all
Instagram
right.
account.
I can send some reference. You were looking for things to do in New York. I can just ping you some places and things. I lived in New York for a number of years, so I can send some things to do.
That would be so helpful.
Yeah.
I've been stressing about it all morning.
No, I
So
got
thank
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up, Tom? What's up, Tom?
Oh, you're right.
How are you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
good, thanks.
I have to leave right now. Sorry, we can't talk for longer.
Literally, as I just joined.
Oh, that's the worst. I'm so sorry. Tom, wait, are you gonna go to the Silverstone Grand Prix this year? I know you live in the UK.
No, probably not.
No, probably not. Okay, fine. That's fair. Are you a George Russell fan? A Hamilton fan?
I don't really watch Grand Prix.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I would recommend it, though. I would recommend it. There's a race at 2 a.m. New York time today that I will be staying up for. Just saying.
Hey, now you get to feel like me when I'm watching your stuff.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Yeah.
The US just got 3 races as of 2023, so I will not be having to do that all the time now, which is great. So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you,
out.
Max.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
How many people were expecting that?
Me.
I was not.
Me?
I
Everyone.
wasn't actually. No, I legitimately didn't think so. So
I
I'll send them references though, because New York, there's so many things to do that are touristy, but not the greatest. There's so many like hidden gems and good restaurants. There are just so many things, and it's kind of overwhelming, especially if you're just there for a week. So yeah.
One
I
of
can
the
send-
hidden gems in New York is currently Max, right?
Yeah. There's so many, and also in New York, based on what neighborhood and area you're in, it's totally different. Whether you're in the Chinatown area or if you're in Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, which is where I was living, it's totally different wherever you go. And it's easy to just do like the simple touristy things, and you don't get the real New York experience. I feel like you get this very touristy thing that you just see on Instagram, like, oh, I'm gonna go here and do this thing because I just know about it. But there's so many like cooler things to do when you're there. So yeah. And now I'm in Los Angeles.
Time to continue.
Now I'm in Los Angeles trying to figure out everything.
Yeah, we also talked about that you like Los Angeles even more than your last city, I think. Yes.
It's mixed bag. I still love New York. I grew up side of New York, so very much like attached to it. I'd always go in as a kid on weekends, and then I lived there. I got my first job in New York working in film industry there. And then that, I mean, it led to me now moving out to LA, where I'm like working on various projects and stuff, which is really rad. It's kind of like, it's like a labor of love thing where you're just like working super hard and then you finally like start from the bottom and work your way up. So it's kind of awesome. And I had shared like my little apartment in Brooklyn. It was like so small, no windows, just like this little triangle room. And my bed was like, it was a lofted bed, and I had my little workstation underneath and my clothes on a rack. Like, it's just wild, like from there to here. And that's just like a 6-year journey to get to where I am now. So
yeah, I've seen the photo. First, I thought it was just a one-room apartment.
No, that was that was $1,200 a month.
Okay.
For that little sliver. Yeah, it's kind of insane. Los Angeles is actually, in terms of living, it's I found it to be cheaper than living in Brooklyn, and I lived in Midtown for a little bit as well. And it's just like Los Angeles, the quality of life in Los Angeles is nicer because of just general weather, but also things are spread out. Also, I will give New York credit. You can walk everywhere. You don't need a car. You just take the subway, or you just, and that's the thing that kind of drives me a bit nuts with Los Angeles is everyone is like, oh, you're only 20 minutes away? Okay, so you're pretty close. Like 20 minutes driving distance is not close. I'd consider like, maybe we plan for later, like if it's 20 minutes away. Like in New York, it's like, okay, you're 15 minutes. All right, I'll walk there, I guess, or take the subway, but anything longer is like a trip. Here it's like fast. Like that's like, whoa, only 20 minutes?
Yeah. Even thanks to you to give me the motivation to visit Los Angeles. Thanks to Max to give me the motivation to visit Chicago, because I haven't been in the US yet, and now I have got 4 target cities to visit someday. But I have to see at which day we'll travel then.
Yeah, if you do, because I work on Disney and Marvel kind of productions, I get like almost free tickets to Disneyland and stuff. So if you ever come through and you want to go, like it's easy enough to like, give them out to people, because I get like whatever production I'm on, if it's Netflix stuff or it depends on what it is, but they come with perks.
Can I just make a quick short break? Rima, did you see my message? You're muted.
Rima, you have to unmute you if you want to say something.
My tab went, so what message?
Your Instagram is at REEMA.YUSUF, right?
It's I have like baby pictures like there.
With a yellow teddy.
No, not that. It's ALLIEREM.
Just write it down again.
Wait, do you see my screen? It's like that.
Oh wait, this one. I saw this one.
Yes.
Wait a second.
I actually talked to you from before on Instagram.
Really? Am I that stupid? Am I really that stupid?
Shall we say oblivious?
I was also checking my notifications if like somebody followed me or like that, but maybe it turned out like Max found another account.
Max is asking me to send him your right Instagram. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah, well, I just need to retype it. So, can you show it me again, please?
It has like a baby picture of me.
Now 102 followers. At the end of this meeting,
it
will be maybe 200, 300.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I really had fun with you guys. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Okay. Will, sorry for interrupting. Carry on.
No, not at all. What was that?
Something
my
about
brain.
New York.
New York. Wow, my brain just zapped. Yeah, New York, great city. I mean, every city has its like perks, like its positives, negatives, but New York, I really miss the bar scene as well, the nightlife. You don't, and there certainly is nightlife in Los Angeles, but it's not as convenient as New York. Again, you can just walk in. It's like, okay, I want to do a bar crawl. I can go through 10 bars on one block. And here, that is not the case. You have specific areas where you can go, I guess, but it's not the same. So there's definitely like some things that are pretty magical about New York. And the shows, the theater, being able to go see those shows and performances are just incredible. Yeah, Broadway is incredible. The food, I mean, the best pizza in the world, arguably, there in Italy. I mean, so you can have pizza all the time, dollar pizza, so it's really cheap and it's really good, made to order. So I miss those kinds of things. Los Angeles doesn't have the greatest Italian food, that's for sure, but they have other great food, so that's fine. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The productions and stuff. That I totally got. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So yeah, in the industry, if you work on certain productions, you do get, depending on what it is, of course, and what you do, you get perks. And one of the perks is just like for me, like working on the Disney and Marvel stuff is they actually through our company give us discounted tickets. So it's actually, and being a resident in California, you get a discount for Disneyland and stuff. So it's pretty cool. And you can go whenever you want. Also a perk. So
yeah, my perk
cool.
is I don't have I have to pay the gas.
Yeah, for sure.
Company issued vehicle. Well, it's a stupid old Seat.
Yeah.
But I'm getting an electric.
Yeah, dude, I got a Hyundai Ioniq when I moved out here. 650 miles a gallon, or not 650, 650 miles on a tank. It's insane. I've only filled it once since moving out here, and I moved out here in July, so it's almost been almost a full year with only filling it like once. Because I work from home, so I only drive to get like groceries and some like see friends and stuff. So it's like kind of insane. With like a hybrid car, you can get like tons of mileage. But yeah. But Lost in Space was oh, sorry.
Well, my average is about 500 miles a week.
Yeah.
Well, system engineer, but I also do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also working for the traffic division.
That's right. Yeah.
That's why my car has the flashy lights.
I was just going to say, like the Lost in Space, for me, like seeing through the VFX stuff, because that's kind of the division I am kind of greatly involved in, is I've been both in post-production and pre-production. And like seeing that show, I was like blown away by the work done on it from all departments, not just any specific department, from costume, makeup to obviously the acting and performances given were great. The effects, I mean, I had a hunch when I saw the robot. I was like, this doesn't feel CG, like in some of these like things. I'm like, there's no way, this is a little too good. And I can always tell like when things are CG, but this looks too good. And then when I had done some research, I was like, wait a minute, there's a guy in that suit.
Yeah.
A lot of these shots, I was like, that's why I knew it. It was too good. It was too good. And there are granted, yeah. And that's like incredible, because I legitimately was questioning like my ability to see like CG stuff. I'm like, this just looks too good. Who did this? And then yeah, it ended up being the actor. Yeah, Brian Steele, which is just awesome. They did such an incredible job.
Every episode of the show looks like a movie.
Mm-hmm. The production value,
yes,
just exactly. Incredible. Yeah, the
visual effects
are
really amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And also just the attention to detail on things like it made it more believable, the way how they set up the Resolute and rooms on the Jupiter and whatever it was. It's like a lot of thought and care went into the set design, and I think that's what made it so believable, and like why a lot of people gravitated towards it is because it didn't feel like kind of low quality CG just to, because it's at the end of the day, it's like a TV series, not a like I came off of Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness, and that has tons of money, like it's like hundreds of millions of dollars, right, thrown into it. But then you have these Netflix productions, like, and even Witcher is another good example. Witcher has a pretty high budget, but still they are making these productions for TV shows that are at the same quality, and in some cases better than films. And it's incredible just seeing Netflix push out this quality content. It's really incredible, and it creates so much opportunity for people just everywhere to be able to get into the industry, and it gives voices to a lot of people that otherwise wouldn't have one. We looked at like Hunger Game, or not Hunger Games, what is it? Squid Game, my bad. Like that was someone that tried to get his work in front of camera and the right people, producers, for I think it was 10 years or something. He was rejected at every front. And then Netflix gave him the chance. And then it just like, you know, worldwide, like crazy, like fandom and all that stuff. So it's like Netflix really does a pretty great thing for giving a lot of creatives and people the chance to really get their vision out there, which I think is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, our Discord is also doing
yeah, totally.
And episode 8 at the end of with the robots fighting, it reminds me of Avengers Endgame.
Oh yeah. It really does. They're like charging, like running at each other. Yeah, totally.
The music.
Yeah. I was taking notes. I was like, some of this stuff I was like when when Max got stabbed in that falling sequence, right? I was like, I want to use this in a Marvel thing we do. And it'd be so great.
And the music when Max was falling, the bass, awesome.
Yeah. And I was like, wait a minute, I really like this idea, and like a way that like you could put a spin on it. When falling, you could use it as a clock. Like as he falls, it could actually rotate, step through their life, and then bring it back. Which up to that moment was like, I was making these things when I was watching the show. It was just like running through, because part of what I do is I help visualize and bring these ideas to the table, and then they later either get taken or not. But yeah, no, it's really cool watching these productions. They try things that feature film sometimes has to play it safe, but TV shows, especially Netflix shows, they play with a lot of different ideas, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses, a lot of times it misses. But I think Lost in Space really it hit a lot of good notes. It made a lot of good decisions and tried a lot of things that worked.
A scene of season 3 that feels really natural was, you guys remember, I think episode 5, when the Jupiter was falling without fuel and the SAR ship behind, and they fall into the giant worm. That scene when both ships are falling, that scene feels really, really natural.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
There's a lot of, and that's not only like to the CG stuff. And again, this goes to like all the departments. Like it's such a collaborative thing on any production. It's not like one or the other. Like, and I think a lot of that you have to give credit to the people doing sound design and building up the emotion through the soundtrack and sound effects. I know those people don't necessarily get a lot of credit, as do a lot of like departments that like don't get little or no credit. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think
and the soundtrack is like Star Wars vibe.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
yeah, it really is.
It definitely helps with the show to make it feel more realistic, or just more.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know that the original soundtrack is the same guy that made this original Star Wars songs, and I think Harry Potter, John Williams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But
it's written in the paper which is inside the CD cassette. There is something written by Zach about that. I don't know if you have the CD. No. So maybe I could find it. Not yet, and it's very funny because my my young son he doesn't know really a lot of music, but he has heard already. He has listened to Star Wars music, and last time I was playing the Lost in Space music, and he said, "Is it Star Wars?" It's similar, not so far.
Get the audacity of Zach to lie to us because he said Debbie gets a big fight. And, what the?
Yeah. I have a question actually, and I'd be curious to get everyone's thought on it with Dr. Smith and how she was treated as a character, like her character arc and all that. I really, really, really thought she deserved to get killed off at some point, and
Yes.
it didn't happen. And there were so many points where it could have happened, and it would have been rewarding. It would have been like she did the right thing. She made a comeback as a character, but at the end, she did. She sent a guy off into space and killed him. She's done like a lot of bad stuff. So like I've always been like, you know what? I wonder how it could have played off if they did that. Like what the response would be, and like what you guys, I guess, think if it went in another direction, how it would play out.
I think that she had an amazing ability to be inside of those viewers, that whether you hate her and you wanted to be dead, to be amazing killing machine, but then you knew that she's part of the crew and she just cannot die. It's not normal.
I really thought she died at that point when she went to like in space, and she kind of like sacrificed herself a little bit, but in season 2, I think at the end, but I was definitely surprised to see she came back, and I think I was sort of happy because she is definitely an important part of the show.
Yes.
So.
And he's my favorite character of the show. She's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I think like her sacrifice would have been an awesome moment though. It wasn't, it was an awesome moment, but I think like that would have been interesting, and it would have played out differently, because when we look at season 3, she was the one that came and brought Will Robinson, right? And picked him up and brought him to the planet, got the heart going again and all that. So if she wasn't there, like how would that have, been different if she wasn't there? So it's interesting. Like she found the right time to be somewhere.
Maybe Robot and Will dies.
Yeah.
Both dies.
At the beginning of season 3, when she came back, she saved Judy too. So they probably would have just like either gotten rid of that scene if she wasn't there, or done something else with it.
Yeah, it would have been different for sure. There are a lot of those moments. I was like, oh well, there were other, like they did that with every episode. I almost felt like there was a formula. Like, okay, we're going to throw them into a situation. They're going to appear to die, but not die. It's like, how do they get out of this situation? And it's always like you're on the edge of your seat. You're like, okay, this person's going to die. Okay, nope, they didn't die. This person's gonna die. Nope.
There's been so many points where like every single character was like about to die and didn't. So it was definitely very exciting.
Yeah, at episode 6 when Max got stabbed, I was like,
yeah,
I dare you! I dare you!
You can't kill the main character, no.
I fly to you, Zach, and
Right?
Once again.
Robot got berserk mode when Max got stabbed in the heart.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fight with other robots. Yes.
Yeah. Just runs slice, laser beam, like burns this like other robot's face off, like melts it. Like whoa.
He mad.
Yeah,
bro.
he's pissed. Yeah.
How
No,
many
it was-
characters already died in this series? I tried to count. We have got a few deaths in the season 2. I forgot the names. I think yes, one was Adler. Was the first one character he died?
Yes.
Oh,
And
right.
we had got
The
the second person.
The guy in the airlock throughout.
yeah. Very important. Yeah, very important figure there.
His
Yeah.
sister died. Well, she
Who?
killed her.
Which sister?
His sister.
I don't think
Oh,
she,
right.
She didn't
I
die.
don't
She
think.
was
did
just
she,
drugged.
no, she just she put her to sleep. Like she just gave her some poisons. I don't think she died.
No, she didn't die. She just get trapped and something like that. And,
Yeah, well, if she's get trapped and no one is around, she will eventually starve to death.
Yeah,
Was
but
she in a house?
she got a free ticket if you remember. She
was
got
in a
a ticket
house, though,
on
right?
Solidarity.
What?
That in the end of season 3, she already got a ticket for Solidarity to get to Alpha Centauri.
Yes, thanks to Dr. Smith in the prison, she says she has taken a ticket for her sister.
another good thing she did, maybe to make her stay in the prison a little bit shorter, to get a little bit earlier out, maybe another method of her. But Dr. Smith even is a very interesting character. She's an important character which has played a good role in different key moments. Without her interactions, the story could continue in another different way, which I'm not able to imagine how the story could be developed without her interaction. If maybe she hasn't rescued one of the childs at the season 3, I forgot the name. I forgot the names. Season 2 have been 2 key moments on the Resolute. Yes, especially the Penny ones.
He saved Judy on
Yeah.
the first episode of season.
And also the Jupiter when sailing in the sea. You remember the water planet?
Yes, Water Planet saves the Resolute by driving the Resolute through the two, not mountains were the wrong word, but yes, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The waves.
By the way, guys, do you have some theory how could Smith survive the end of season 2? It was never explained.
We have only seen her helm flying into space, not the full suite, I guess. And I don't know, maybe hold her breath enough to get to the next airlock and open the door, maybe. I don't know.
Just near the open door.
We know if I don't know if this is a theory, but if your human body is still in space in the vacuum without any suit or without any security suits or something like that, yes, maybe gets, I don't know, exploding or something like this. Frozen first. Yeah, frozen the first steps. Yeah, thanks to Penny for showing me that to us.
Her helmet was broken, so how would she?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Well,
I never really.
She
But
got
also
in,
this,
she got maybe she got in that box, which they used to escape from the robot or something, where Dante picked up.
When
They
the
all
metal
got
infection.
in the crate.
They had to
And
get rid of her
you
Resolute.
see, I think in the last episode of season 2, robot look in such a chest and sees this ball and.
Yeah, but how did she get into that chest? Because the chest was inside of Jupiter, and she was last in that large hall with just robots.
So we have understood she had a big bag, probably with a second suit inside. So maybe she has thrown away this suit. But the scene just before, we have seen her stuck on the floor by the magnetic fields, and it was very hard to move. So we don't really understand how she could get out in the big box in the Jupiter going out. We don't really know.
The suit has been destroyed, so the magnetic field wasn't able to slow her, but because she was very exhausted because of the suit, because of the magnetic fields. And after the suit has been destroyed, maybe she could move faster until she could hold the breath good enough to the next door. Maybe she could find the next door. Maybe could go to the next Jupiter's, go to a box, and maybe this. But we have to think about the next steps after that.
For sure,
she doesn't have any bastard remote.
I don't know. It's very difficult how she made it.
So Joel, next time maybe we could have Zach, but also some writers to understand the pitch and the story.
Fandom Meetup.
Yes, but the fans have questions.
A lot of questions.
You know I'm crazy, so.
Not only you.
So Also, maybe we could ask Zach, why don't we have a lot of goodies? We don't have any things to buy or to.
Why we don't have a season 4?
Yes, it's the biggest question.
One member of the fandom on Discord posted a theory, or maybe at least a prepared history for possibly for season 4. I don't know who it was, and I've read this. I think a few members of you else also read this. Who else did it? Where did it post? Let me see where it is. Maybe the Fury channel. It could take a few minutes.
I don't know. We also have a forums.
I have to be honest with you guys, but I don't think season 4 is gonna be possible because they sell all the props and costumes and stuff. Yes.
Yeah, well,
But-
maybe not a season 4, but a
Some
season
sort of
4
spin-off.
is a new story. End of chapter 1. Like I said, they need to give the Robinsons a break.
Yes, in 50 years, it could be.
Yeah.
Who remembers the original show?
Max as a grandpa.
Oh god.
Something
Think
like
about,
Taking Away Home with Tobey Maguire.
Think about Bill
Older.
Mummy.
The next Fandom Meetup, when in 50 years, if we will be seniors, maybe when Fandom Meetup is being not in Zoom, but with holograms. One with holograms. It's like theater of this position, and we can see to each other.
What did
Joel.
you say?
You don't have tooth anymore.
Joel, think about Max playing Dr. Smith in 50 years.
Dr. Smith.
Like
well,
Bill
he
Mummy.
plays young Reacher, so he can play a darker role. And as we heard, he wanted to have blood dribble over him, and
Yeah.
Awesome. It remembers me about you, Axel. You have made a fan art, which future Max has met the younger Max. You remember?
Yes.
This could be maybe. But please, not the difference between 50 years. That's too much.
Oh, guys.
But the original show was in the 60s, so
Yeah, quite a wait. A little bit of a wait there, but
maybe
you know,
60 years.
I
Not
hope
50.
not. And then we have reboots of certain, franchises like Spider-Man. We see that rebooted all the time, and now that
Yes.
that role is retired now, it's like, okay, who's going to be the next one? They already probably are casting it. All that, so
if it comes to the fandom making another season,
yeah.
sure, as a Max would be down for it 100%.
You had
I don't have
mentioned
money to pay him, so I don't know.
Max would do that for free. I can tell you that.
Okay.
At least we
Probably.
start the crowdfunding.
crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Yeah, crowdfund it. Yeah, and we can do that. You had mentioned a podcast, Joel. What was that kind of about, or what were the plans for that?
That was in probably the first meetup. That's also on YouTube. And we were talking about Star Wars or something, and then Julie said something about the podcast. Then they said, yeah, that would be a good idea, but do it. For me, so I said, yeah, come on, we do it. And since then, every meetup I say, hey, Max, like, come on, we need to make it.
Yeah.
But no, he's just so busy with his schedule.
Mhm.
Yeah, busy like today. It was good that he has at least 15 minutes time for us. That was very good.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Joel, if I sent you recommendations for him in New York City, would you be able to relay that to him so he has like some things to do in New York? He was looking
Yes,
for
of
some
course.
things to do.
Yeah,
All right,
I
cool.
can do that. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I can send them on Discord, I guess,
Can
and
send
then you can
on
relay it.
Discord or Instagram.
Okay.
I can relate to that. To him.
All right, awesome, sweet.
No problem. I love to get waken up by Max or Julie at like 6 a.m. like this morning.
6 a.m. in the morning, yes. Just imagine I have to wake up tomorrow, 4 a.m. 45. My sleep will be short this tonight.
That's nothing. I had once a server problem and stayed up like 3 a.m. and woke up again on 5 a.m. and drove through the whole country to the other end of the country to do a service call and then go back.
That just hurts. Like I'm just like,
But I never made a night. Ever.
Yeah.
Never pulled an all night.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I refuse. Like I can only do so. The latest night I've pulled on a production was 5:30. I worked from 9 a.m. to 5:30 in the morning. That was a long day, but that's the longest I've done for my job at least. So not normal.
Guys, I think I found out what is the show that Max is shooting on New York.
It's an Apple show somehow.
Yes, it's called Dear Edward.
What is it?
Dear Edward, with Amy Forsyth, Brian James, Maxwell Jenkins, Carter Kitson. I don't know. I can send you the link on the.
Yeah.
Here you have the show. On Discord.
Discord.
Here you have it.
Yes, where?
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Take a look on that.
Yeah, but just like, see, Max, he's surfing there, now he's in New York, he's living the life.
Yeah.
So I cannot believe that he's boring. I don't.
I just remember the fact that he's not 18 years yet.
But he can drive.
Yes, they can do this. Yes, because the driver is to 16, right?
At the age of 16, yes, you can drive.
But this is, I don't know the rules about the US. If guys with 16 years old have got the driver license, they can drive a car but alone, or one of the parents have been there?
They have to be there. It's only when you're 18 that you get out of that. And then it's so peculiar. Like the driver's license stuff in the US is very odd. Age restrictions in general, like alcohol is 21. You've got, tobacco is 18. Then they were thinking about making that 21. You can get your driver's like permit at 16, but actually in like certain states, you can get it as young as 14 to operate certain machinery.
What?
Yeah, 14 to operate machinery and things. Technically a car.
Yeah, well, technically in Germany and Switzerland, you can drive a big old fat ass tractor at like 13. No,
That's
14.
insane.
Like,
I don't trust Here's the thing. I don't trust normal people driving, let alone like.
Oh no. I can tell you, if you work traffic, you see stuff like, no, how can you so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, just an example. You're staying on. And you is a road closed. A sign, road closed. Version there. They drive up to you, road closed. No, I'm just standing here for fun. Just look at the signs.
I think they should test people every like 5 years for a driving test. There are people on the road that genuinely should not be driving.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like I'm like, okay, this person, I don't know like how old they are, but too old like to be driving. Like, oh my gosh. Yikes.
Drive code.
I don't know how the situation in Switzerland is or the US about the signs, but here in Germany, we have got too many signs that the car drivers setting up a concentration to follow everyone's, but so they can be appreciate if they have reached the place they want to drive. Especially if I remember, I drove yesterday after a few months just to bring my mother to the doctor, and yes, I know the route, but I have a look on the sign and I just imagine I know the route, I know the district, I know where I have to drive the normal tempo of just a little bit slow or just a little bit faster. But so I'm not very watching on every sign of the right side. Just every moment it's necessary, and I often don't know the place where to drive them.
So be careful when it's written closed. There will be Joel with a sign saying stop.
Yeah, stop.
So look at the signs.
If there is standing a guy giving you a stupid question or a stupid answer back, that's me.
Okay.
No, you see me because my car needs 9. Yeah, I have 9 radio antennas. Visible.
What?
What?
That's kind of crazy. 9 antennas? Wow.
Okay.
3 radios, 3 different radios, 2 Wi-Fi antennas, 2 mobile antennas, a GPS antenna, and a spare antenna.
Whoa.
And you can't do a podcast?
Hey, it's not on me. I'm waiting on Max. I'm waiting on Max and Julie.
Yeah, you're talking about 9 antennas, and you told me how many screens do you have in your room? How many? 6 or 7? And I asked you, are you living in a room or in a control center?
Well,
the same thing.
I call my room NOC, Network Operations Center, but it's just, there are 2 old ass.
I count 8 now, or don't know.
There are 2 spare computers.
Joel is in the Matrix.
Oh.
You're not real.
Communications.
So Joel, please explain what is the link between your work at home and the traffic regulation. I don't understand. What is the connection between these 2 activities?
What do you mean with the link?
I mean, you said you're a system administrator?
I'm a system engineer. Yes.
Engineer? What is the link with the traffic regulation?
It's just like I was a volunteer at some events and they needed traffic, so we founded our own traffic division, which I'm now the VP and the secretary of. So
during the day you are on the computers, and during the night you are on the roads, right?
If there is an event, yes, or there's something, yes, or sometimes during the day, I can make my shifts how I want. So I can work today and take tomorrow off. I don't have any customer or client appointments.
So 70% home office and 30% outside.
Yeah.
And this may side and maybe.
Well, technically, my requirements are 1 day I need to be in the office.
Oh, okay.
Rest I can be in home office. That's the so-called new normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting how a lot of places it's a mix of either a lot of companies are now allowing for permanent like work from home, or some places are trying the hybrid, like having employees come in a few days a week and then working a few days from home. And then some are like starting to even like bring people back into the office completely. And at my studio, they leave it up to us at this moment. So you can kind of sign in with an app and you have to do a health check and stuff and say like, you haven't had any symptoms, blah, 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 blah. You get it authorized and approved, but then you can go into the office and work in the office. They provide free lunches and things like that. So they have incentives to go in. I mean, by all means, free food sounds good to me. But it's interesting though. It's like, if you want to come in, great. You don't have to, unless there's some need on set where they need you to physically be there. That would be the only scenario. Like if you're working with a director and you need them to be able to like talk them through some of the visualization of the effects and stuff. But otherwise, you can largely just do what we're doing. Just hop into a call, screen share, and show them whatever you're doing, whatever ideas you have. It's interesting.
Question: what's the corona situation in the US? Because in Switzerland, at the end of March, our task force, all restrictions were back to normal, full time. No isolation, no quarantine, nothing.
It's interesting because it's not necessarily a national thing in the way that it's dictated by like the state level, almost like how each state handles COVID. So some are stricter than others. I know Los Angeles recently, like the last couple of weeks, lifted the mask mandate for indoor like activities and stuff. So long as you're, vaccinated and you have that stuff. But yeah, no, you can just, it's kind of very much back to normal here. New York, similar. Those are the 2 cities again, like that I've lived in and I still travel to New York. So those are the two that I know of, are pretty much largely back to normal. Few things feel off because people still wear masks or whatever, so it doesn't feel completely back to normal. But in terms of like wearing masks and requirements, those seem to have been at least loosened quite a bit.
So no CDC requirements.
Not. It's like if you have the vaccination and you have your booster shot, they're introducing new, like, I guess, restrictions in that sense. But no, if you're fully vaccinated and you have a booster in some cases, yeah, you can go into these places without, after you prove that you have been vaccinated, you can just go in without a mask and stuff. And it can be per business too. Some businesses will still be asking that you wear a mask. So that's another thing, is it could be per business that asks you. Like a restaurant might still require that when you're walking around that you wear a mask until you're seated at the table. But yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if you're vaccinated and you're boosted, it doesn't care. Get it?
Yeah. Oh, it is not fun. It is not pleasant. I got it back in December, and it was, and I was fully vaccinated, but not boosted. And it was right at 6 months. I was actually going home for Christmas in New York with to see my mom, and I got COVID. And I was like, oh, you're kidding me. I literally had an appointment to get my booster shot like 2 days from then. And of course I got it. And it just 103 fever, 5 days. I almost was hospitalized. I was like, this is awful. I couldn't sleep. And then I was like taking like cold showers like every 30 minutes just to get my temperature down to like 102. And it was just like miserable. And then the side effect was I didn't have any issues breathing. I didn't have any issues with smell or taste. But it like physically drains you. Like you feel like you just have no energy. And that lasted for a month and a half, 2 months. 2 months. Yeah, I just felt like I was running on an hour or two of sleep is what it felt like every day for 2 months. And a cough. And my cough lasted for a month and a half as well. And I'm like, this sucks. Not pleasant. Do not recommend getting it.
Yeah, I got it 2 weeks ago.
That's right. Yeah.
And I had my booster on December 22nd.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere around there. But I had just like a little cough.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
Nothing really.
Oh, you're lucky. It was not pleasant.
But my nose is still plugged up, and that's
yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not too bad though. It forced me to actually start working out because I really felt that bad, like energy wise and like physically, like just weakened. And I was like, I can't like just sit here and feel like this. I can't. And also like going back to work, they wanted me to what I was working on required me to go into the office. So I was like, I can't do this. Like, first off, I just recovered from COVID, but then also it's like, I'm just so physically exhausted. Like even the small amount of energy required to go in was like too much. I was so drained. And so what I did is I started going on like a whole new like workout regimen, like new year, new me in January. And I started doing just like 5-mile walks at night through the neighborhood here. It's super nice. And I started building up my stamina again. And I don't know if I honestly would have gotten my like stamina and energy back if I didn't do that. And now I've been doing that since January. But it took me a full month to get my energy back from COVID. But yeah.
Yeah, well, since I'm now assistant and not the security technician anymore, I'm sitting on my table, and I should do more. I gained like 5 pounds since December.
Yeah, dude. It's also, you know what? You also bring up a good point with work from home. Like it's easy to get stuck in your apartment or home, whatever. Because you wake up, you do your morning routine. All right, I'm at work. Like there's no, like for me, there's no commute. So I'm just at work, and it's like, okay, I do my, 10 to 12 hour day. And it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm home. And I'm home already. So it's like,
my work journey is 5 seconds from over there to here.
Yeah. No, exactly. And it's like, dude, this is not okay. So that was another reason, not only for the COVID like draining me, but I was like, I need to get out. This is like not okay. Like I'm like balled up in here, and I love this. Thankfully, this apartment is not the small little triangle I had in Brooklyn. Like this is like a pretty spacious apartment. But like, dude, oh my god, if I was locked in that small triangle, I would have went insane. I would have went crazy.
I didn't say I had to isolate for it. Because we live in a 3-story house. My parents are a level down, and they always put the food outside my door.
Yeah.
But after the 6th or 7th day, it's getting a bit bored. I know I have enough enough technology to work on something. Sometimes it's getting bored.
Yeah, the timing for me though, when I got COVID, season 3 dropped. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna binge season 3. So it worked out pretty well.
That lasted like, what was it, 10 hours for me?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a couple of days just because I was like feeling so sick. And again, I was like taking showers all the time. So it took a couple of days, but I binged it. It was so good. And then after I watched it, I got my mom to watch it. So I watched it a second time through. The week of Christmas, I had her watch it and she enjoyed it. But yeah, no, it's I really enjoyed. It kind of hurts a bit because I feel like the show like was at its highest point in terms of like, okay, there's like established characters, the character arcs are like at full swing, like it's like you're finally like super invested in everything. And
yeah, we got robbed of two episodes. Only 8.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. Like this is a show where it's like I would be okay with a filler episode. Yeah, give me a filler episode. That's okay. Just give us some kind of filler. Yeah, filler episode.
In the middle of the season.
Yeah, in the middle of just a random filler episode. It's just them traveling like to each planet. It's just like total nonsense. Has no story contribution whatsoever. It's just literally screen time. I mean, there are plenty of shows that do that purely for filler, just to get a get a check mark.
Stranger Things. 3, I get, or was it 2? No, it was 2 when 11 got the whole episode where she explored her.
Yeah.
To meet Mama. That's what like a filler episode.
Yeah. I do genuinely hate filler. And you can, if the audience can tell it's a filler episode, that's really bad. It just shows that they're just trying to again hit a check mark. Like
I can remember any filler episode of any season from Lost in Space. I can remember. You guys can remember one?
What was that?
From Lost in Space. If you guys can remember any filler episode of any season, I can't remember.
I have to. I think not like a full episode, not a full episode, but there were probably some moments. Yeah, I was going to say flashbacks are kind of filler, but they did help kind of project the story in a certain way. So it was like not necessarily filler. It was just kind of helping tie the story together more than just filler, and that's valid to do that. Like that's when flashbacks are okay. It's like okay, it's tying back, similar to I had watched what was it? The Jack Reacher. Yeah, that. Like they have the flashbacks. It's tying into the story how this character behaves the way he does, right? And
Max
that's
does
valid.
the filler episode.
Yeah, so it's like
I was gonna say a lot of the backstories are just like to establish a relationship between characters. I think that's probably really helpful to kind of understand a bit better.
Yeah. One show that I mean, we worked on it, but I did not like it, was Witcher. I did not get into Witcher because I was so lost in all of these flashbacks and moving. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but I watched the whole thing and I just was so confused with the connections. I didn't play any of the games, which I was told that would help, but I was so lost. I was like, this is too much.
Season 1. In season 1 of The Witcher, yes.
Yeah.
It is such a crazy thing.
what's going on in my head, and I'm trying to understand it because I love my two favorite genres, sci-fi and like, you know, medieval like fantasy stuff. So I'm like, Witcher seems like I'm going to like love this show. So I was like a bit heartbroken that I didn't get into it. Not only did I not get into it, I just really was not a fan of it.
In season 1, they go back in time and future, and you.
Yeah. So it's not just me. I think that's like been a large reception.
You guys have watched Dark, the show?
I had.
They use a sound like a clock.
Yeah.
To change the future and past. They shoot something like that in The Witcher season 1, I think.
Yeah, Dark is probably top 3 favorites of mine on Netflix. It was so incredibly well done. It was well thought out. Unlike a lot of shows where they have a really strong like first season and then they continue the story. So it's like they're trying to write things as they go. Dark was written to be a trilogy. Same as like Lost in Space was written to be a trilogy. So there's thought and care put into the character arcs, how it all plays out and connects back to each other. But this, it was like, I don't know, like shows that don't have that. And I think it feels like Stranger Things is in a similar boat where it was highly successful. And then it was like, okay, well, we need another season. Okay, we need another season. And then it's like, cool, they've certainly explored some interesting things, but it's noticeable that they are like writing as they go.
Stranger Things should end in the last season, not continue it.
I would have been fine with just the first season. I thought it was really well done. It was really well done. It told a story, really engaging. The characters were well thought out. It worked. I don't think it should have been just a limited series. But, you know, if you have that much success.
Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Money Heist.
I might have. I don't know if I have.
I got myself to watch Squid Game.
Oh, Squid Game. Yeah, that's a show. Yeah, that's definitely a show. I have to share this with you. You would love this show. I'll post it in the fandom. Someone made Squid Game, but with hamsters. And it is the funniest thing. It is the funniest thing. I've got to.
With hamsters.
Yeah,
really?
It's so good. It's so funny. And they have like little high-pitched voices as they like, no, and they like fall off. And it is great. Hold on, I'll link it.
So something you couldn't take it serious.
No.
Especially
It's
with the voice.
so funny. I'll post it in our communicator. But yeah, no, it's so funny.
During you're gonna post this, one thing I want to say about possible filler in Lost in Space. Maybe I imagine entire filler episode in beginning of the season 2, how the humanity could build the Resolute started, and maybe the first encounter with Scarecrow, how they made it to control him, to to control the engine, to keep it fly. Maybe this one. And there was one flashback, I think it was the first episode in the first season, the flashback with Maureen and Penny entering the store with a mask outside, then keep it off during going in. And I remember about the corona situation, looking out and see, right, we need to take the mask on our faces with entering a building, and they did it the wrong. I was sniffing. That confused me a little bit.
Well, the controlling of the engine, I think, I don't know, episode 7, 8 or somewhere there, when Hastings did want the robot to fly the Resolute. They had like, I think somehow they controlled it.
That's
like
right.
That.
Yeah.
But Robot was the bond between Robot and Will was too strong. Robot to fall for that.
I try to imagine how the first encounter with Scarecrow was, because he has crushed on Earth with his ship, not entirely. He hasn't been destroyed entirely because he was alive. He survived, and I can imagine maybe a first attack or something like that. If we have seen him, and Scarecrow has seen the humans first, and I try to imagine how they could catch him, then build the device, to control him with this device, putting it on the head. After they have built Reupload, and then how the things get started.
Well, I'm pretty sure the military, well, that as the Christmas Star Empire. That
Very top
was
secret.
my robot.
Super robot.
I don't know if you could hear the robot though.
I have my own robot. It's one of those Roombas. One of those Roombas that like vacuum your apartment. It's like right over there, that little thing on the ground.
Yeah, I
It's just
one
like
myself.
yeah.
But every time something happens in my home or a sensor gets triggered, I get a scrolling text on my telemetric time, and it says "Danger Will Robinson" on.
Danger. That's awesome, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, home automation.
Yeah, home automation. I'm about it. I got those smart like all of these lamps have the smart LEDs in it. So I just use Alexa, and I've got the Echo Dots and stuff. And it's all like it activates like whenever the sun is like setting, it'll just turn on the lights, or it knows to do this and that. And it's so nice. It's like
yeah,
okay.
Well, I had Alexa, but if you look at the traffic and phone home. Yeah, it's kind of a bit sketchy with Amazon, so I rely on Siri, but most of the done by Home Assistant.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah.
How about you, Aaron?
The blinds is automated. Everything is up.
The lights
really
cool.
Yeah, the lights as well.
Okay.
The lights. Yeah.
Oh, Joe, one important question before I forget it, before the Fandom is going to the end. I know you're not leading this, but another member. The Thank You List project. Do you know something about that? How, I don't know, was it successful? How many participants we have got for this? And did the creators of the series have reached it?
I passed that on to Tom. Of that, I think. Or Brownwin, she's also, I think, the lead editor. I don't know exactly.
That would be interesting to know.
So maybe if you want some of you to answer that question, because I can actually don't answer it. Because I was not involved directly in that, just in the beginning.
And you got time to do some stuff for this? Yes, you, Joe.
Huh?
No,
you're muted, Tom.
Bronwyn would probably know more. She's got the information. We have got quite a few participants so far. But yeah, Bronwyn has all the participations.
Oh shh.
Yeah, the end date. We have already finished it, right?
Yeah, when is the end date? Because this video is going to be posted on YouTube, and if Maxon gonna sees this,
my fault to ask it for you. Sorry, sorry for that.
No, I just was thinking about saying something about my edit which I'm doing, but then I realized, wait, I'm uploading this to YouTube.
Yeah, so good. At least we hadn't talked about what we did. Yes, okay.
Yeah, when Max was here. That was
oh, good. Yeah, good that we haven't told him something like that. Yes. Yes, if you're gonna watch this, yes, you will know that something has been did, but not what. So the content is just a secret, and it's good we can keep it. Yes, but I think the end date was end of March.
How about you, Ren?
Okay, stop talking about this. before a few details are gone out.
Yes, yeah.
At least my question has been answered, so thank you for this.
So I have a question about, I think it's at the end of season 1 when we have the fight between the robot and SAR. They go to space. And in season 2, in fact, they are on the desert planet. How could they land to the planet? On the Earth, we have Scarecrow. He crashed his spaceship, and he was very highly damaged. But we are in the desert planet. We have Sar and the robot, which are healthy. How it could be possible?
Well, they were fighting.
Yes.
I don't know if it was. No, it was not in season 1. I don't know if they crashed into the Resolute, Sar and Robot. Maybe somehow they activated the engine on the Resolute to take the whole thing to like their planetary, and then the others escaped from the Resolute planet. Something like that. That made sense. Somehow.
Maybe the passengers has closed themselves to their own Jupiters until the fight has been ended, and until the Resolute has flight to the danger system, and then maybe they and somehow they get off of the Resolute and go to the planet, but not on the escape pods, to be honest. That's a really good
Maybe
question.
Dr. Smith helped them.
Yes, but she wasn't there on the Resolute. She was also with Jupiter, the first flying to the system. So
I see. We have to get the writers on here somehow.
we still have got a few situations in the series which needs answers or are at least unanswered.
We need to invite writers.
Or Zach.
Maybe.
It seems like a good time to mention a question on Discord somebody asked. How could it take 2 months to get to Alpha Centauri from Earth if they were using the engine as like a wormhole?
It's a good question.
Yeah, I also read this.
I think it they
Logic.
choose 2 or 3 months when it helps the story, and 2 seconds when it's required.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. You just gotta kind of go with it.
This must be the first question asking for Zach if you have got the time next time maybe to join. We must ask him this first. But this is very
But again,
mind-blowing.
you don't know if he will be there or not.
We never know.
That's my dark side.
The dark side. Evil laughter.
I hope you have enough cookies.
I have too many cookies.
Especially, I wish maybe a one episode at the beginning of season 3 if they discovering the alien city. That would be interesting to see how big the city really was.
The original like creators, not the robots, but the original creators.
Yes.
Is that what you're getting at? Yeah.
You know that the entire group has lived at least 1 year at this the part destroyed planet, and at the end of the last day, the last remaining 19 hours, they have finally found the city after a few asteroids has crashed onto the surface, and Robot has gone there because maybe got a signal or something like this, or this, and that would be interesting to see what's maybe more secrets about the ancestors who has created the entire robots and how they develop this technology. Because the only thing we've seen maybe some doors, some caves, but at the end the console will Robinson interacts and to find out what the sounds are really done for, which you finally used to against the other robots.
So Wise, I've received some information. So the edit of the thank you should release on April 13th.
In 5 days, okay.
Which is also the anniversary day of Lost in Space. So,
the 15th April, yeah?
No, the 13th.
The 13th? Okay,
yes.
In 4 days. It's on Wednesday, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Guys, I have to go. I have to have dinner with my family.
What?
Yes.
You're eating dinner at 10 p.m. Sorry, 11.
11 p.m. Yes.
What is wrong with you?
Family stuff.
Nice
It was
chatting with
awesome
you,
to have you
Axel.
guys here, guys.
See you, Axel.
Bye. See you in the next
Hey.
one.
Bye, bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, it remembers me about some evenings if we have invited the family of friends from my parents, and we invited them for lunch first, and they stayed until the night. And the tradition about us is that we serve first not the lunch or the dinner, maybe between 6 or 7 o'clock, when we have got desserts and then fruits, and this is served at midnight or at 1 o'clock in this direction until I'm staying then. Yes, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, French people are different.
I experienced that.
The thing is, if you work traffic, I live in the French part of Scotland, but right at the border. I can't speak French. Sorry, Bertrand, I hate that language.
Mais non, c'est très bien. Non, c'est très bien.
Je ne sais pas, je suis
Peut-être.
No, and if we have events and you're on traffic and some French-speaking drivers come, if they really want to park somewhere, they can speak German. But if they don't want anything, no, French, no. Allemand, no! That's my experience with French people.
I just couldn't stop. I visited my friend. This was years ago when I was studying abroad in London, and I didn't realize just how easy it is to get to Paris just through train. And so I just took the train over for my friend's 21st birthday. He was over there with some of his family, and then it was just nonstop, like eating and drinking wine. And I'm like, guys, this is great, but like, when's it going to stop? We started at 8 a.m. We had breakfast, and it was like nonstop, just like wine with everything. And then we had like snacks, more wine. And then they showed me their cellar, like their wine cellar. And then they had like all of these meats and stuff like in their cellar, like all this stuff. And it was just like endless snacks and wine. And it was funny because they spoke French and Portuguese. Don't speak either, but I speak a little bit of Spanish. And it was so funny when my friend had left. I was just trying to communicate with some of his family just in Spanish, and they were just picking up like some of the words in Portuguese, and it was so funny. And she was trying to ask me like, do I want anything to eat? And I'm like, okay, I got one word, something about eating. I don't know what it was. And we would just like laugh at each other because we're like totally like, we don't know how to speak each other's language at all whatsoever.
But the wine helped you.
Oh, but the wine helps. It's great. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like if I start having gin and tonics, I get an English accent. So that's, you just have enough of them and it's like you transform. It's like tequila, things change, like depending on what you're drinking, for sure.
I don't drink.
That's fair. Yeah. It's funny. When I had gotten surgery, I had gotten a bunch of the Novocaine stuff, and like, or not Novocaine, what is it called? Whatever the painkiller is, I'm blanking on it.
Morphine.
But morphine, not Novocaine, morphine. And I apparently, when I woke up, my mom was laughing. She's like, "Will, you've been talking to all of the nurses with an English accent for the last 4 hours." And they have no idea what you're saying, what's going. You've been speaking absolute nonsense with an English accent. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I've been here. You've been like totally out of it, and you've had an accent. I don't know where it came from. And I'm like, I don't remember that at all. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
British are hard to understand. So.
I went to Scotland. Scotland was a hard one to understand.
Oh yeah, that's like. Is that even English?
Oh my gosh. I went to Edinburgh and beautiful, gorgeous, and saw St. Andrew's golf course and a bunch of these places and went through the Highlands. And but when it came to actually talking to some of the like locals there, oh my gosh, I was like, what? And they're speaking English, and I'm like, huh? What's going? I'm getting like maybe I get 10% of what they're saying, 5-10%, and I'm like, there's no way. Are they playing with me? Is this like like this? I'm trying to understand you. And one thing I tried there that a lot of friends and family said, like, absolutely don't try this. It's gross, blah, blah, blah. I got haggis. Incredible. It is so good. And I am glad I tried it there. It was so good. Just as a delicacy, it was really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Adventures.
Another country I've got the motivation to travel someday.
Yeah, motivation. Another
Bring
one
a
is
translator.
New Zealand. translator. Translator. New Zealand is one to go to, for sure. New Zealand, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Visited my friend in Auckland there, and we went caving. And it's one of the few places in the world where you can experience these glowworms, and they illuminate the caverns. It is the most incredible. You feel like you're in outer space in these caves. Because it is pitch black, but on the ceilings you have these glowing like worms, and they have like little nets that drop down. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And another experience was they have a place called Hot Water Beach, and it's like volcanic activity underneath the beach. So what people would do is they dig a hole into the beach and bring their drinks and whatever, wine, beer, and you just let some water in and you get a personal hot tub. Everyone makes their own hot tub. And you just watch the sunset. It's gorgeous. Everyone's like working together to like dig these big like hot tubs. But if you go too deep, it's actually like boiling water. So you have to be careful. You gotta like get the right thing. But yeah, that's another place for sure. If you're looking for places to travel,
No,
gorgeous. Awesome
I hate when it's too warm. I have an AC running up there. 24.
Oh, I don't hear it. If you have it on, I don't hear anything. You don't have any background noise.
Interesting, because right there, like, put away from my microphone, there's a 24-port switch. Fans.
What? Yeah, you got some good. Yeah, you got some good noise cancellation.
Yeah, I have like 6 net switches in my room. I have a good amount of background noise.
You should post a photo about the front of your desk, maybe in the Discord someday, so we can see it, what you're telling us about.
It was done, if I remember well.
Really?
No? Yes, on
Let me
Discord.
just see if I have important something here, because I do have some addresses up here.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good to show.
Yeah, would not be good to broadcast, like, because it is all recorded too.
It's gonna go in your channel in the Discord.
Yeah, no, this video gets like 10 million views, and you show the address. Like,
it's like, let me see, like currently like this one, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So there's a computer.
Nice.
And if you pan over here, more screens.
More screen. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the scene.
Okay. Very
normally,
cool.
Normally it would show images, but because I have the recording running on this screen, laptop, it's not working.
Yeah, you've got quite the setup.
Yeah, if I pan on this side, you see a little bit more. See?
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay.
And tables, and there's where my
network cabinet.
One of
Nice.
it, and the switch is behind here.
Wow. Yeah, you've got the setup.
Yeah.
I don't want to know your electricity costs per month you need to pay.
Yeah.
I can show you this. Wait a second.
Okay, I don't imagine it if you want.
I can log in my home assistant right here. I don't know if you're able to read something. Well, I could share my screen, but I'm not gonna. And we have here the energy meters. And since the beginning of the year, you have to look at those two right here. So these two are the energy consumption of my room. So currently, I'm drawing. The servers are drawing 529 watts, and my room drawing 1.3 kilowatts.
Okay.
All right.
Joe, don't forget we are posting this video on YouTube, so I hope you have got published just to show this. So over 10,000 people will know that now.
My address isn't on here, so
my address is. Start getting all these random shipments. Yeah, start getting random shipments and all these. Like, where is this coming from?
Oh, my firewall has enough power.
And I'm sitting here.
My firewalls have 20 gigs of RAM. Well, I'm self-hosting most of the time. I need some.
And I'm sitting here with this with two screens. On this side, I'm looking to you, and on the right side, I will have got open Discord and some other windows until I'm talking with you right now, or if I'm playing my games.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you have seen it, but I have some 3 laptops stacked over there, and a spare switch, and there are 4 screens stacked. Spare parts.
Okay. All right. Okay.
How many employees have you got at home during the day?
How many what?
How many employees?
Hold on by myself.
We don't believe you.
I'm living by the principle 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
so have you got...
I have a phone over here and
So Joel, have you got some goals regarding the global warming? Do you want to reduce your electric consumption?
No. Why should I?
Just no, outright no.
To be fair, I have a 21 kilowatt peak photovoltaic roof.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
I'm making
just saying.
and I'm using used servers. I'm not buying new servers, so.
Okay. So you're green.
It's a clear opinion. It's very honorable. So.
And as a system engineer, you are on the source of old hardware. Some RAID controllers, some RAM sticks.
RAM hardware, yeah.
So I can call you if you need some stuff of that. Maybe you've got a good price for this.
Yeah, maybe.
I will ask you again if it's necessary.
Yeah, tech support. Joel, tech support.
We are talking about Switzerland, so don't forget it's very expensive, yeah? I think so, right?
Yeah.
It is. Germany, that's cheap.
Sorry.
I thought Denmark. I visited Denmark as well. Denmark is expensive, very expensive.
Of course.
I was like, wait, McDonald's $20 for this meal? What are they create? Is like, did I see that right? And then one thing that I did notice is like I went to some of the bars there, and one of them tried to charge me. Now I don't know the conversion, but I was like, okay, something feels wrong about how much they're charging me on this thing. And I brought out my phone and I calculated it. They were going to charge me $300 for a beer. And I was like, okay, hold on, something's not right.
$300 for one bottle of beer?
Yeah. No, and they were taking advantage of me being a tourist, like not knowing the Krona's system. And so I was like, no, something something feels wrong about this. Let me look this up. And then he said, oh, sorry. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
Yeah, like, okay. Better be another like 20 shots and 10 other beers coming with this. But yeah, no, that was another city that was interesting because you can drink just publicly. You don't have to be at a bar or something. You can just walk around and drink. There's no restriction, which I found kind of interesting. So people will just it's in Japan as well, similar system. You can just walk around with alcohol in the public, which is interesting. A little bit different. We were like, wait a second, why are there people walking around with beer? This is like a foreign concept to us. This is weird. So we asked our like hotel like concierge, we're like, we see people walking around with beer. Is that like legal here? Are you able to do that? They're like, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
This is very confusing if you're thinking about that. Japan this is not very seen well. Walking with eating or eating by walking, this is not very seen there, this culture. And we have, at the time we have been in Japan in these 2 weeks, we have been very, we need to pay attention about this culture, about this cultural rule, I will say now. And yes, if you want to eat something somewhere, every time it was the best idea to go to a restaurant next or to a local. You can sit and eat very. It was cheap sometimes, but not every day. And yes, it was very important to stay at the restaurant. Don't eat by walking or something like that. And yes, they will look at you if you're starting with this.
Yeah, definitely. That is one thing that I will say about New York City is anything goes. Expect the unexpected with everything. I've seen some wild stuff go down. And I'm like, the fact that I just got so like, it was so normal just to see people like bring out like a full band, like on the subway, they would start jamming to like guitars, like electric guitar person with the surfboard. Like you see people break dancing on the subway, like just that became normal to me. And now like anywhere else I go, it's like, this is so quiet. This is so nice. This is so not New York.
Just for anyone to think here you can sneak up on me, it's not a good chance. If you want to get into my room, you need an access card.
Okay. I've already hacked it.
It's impossible. That system doesn't even have internet access. So, and there are 14 plus cameras posted around with ground sensors.
And what about your atomic shelter? Because you are in Switzerland, so I guess you have one. Maybe.
Maybe. Evil laughter.
I'm just saying knowledge is power, so...
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, it's true.
It is, yeah. No, it really is. And then at the end of the day, you can just make dank memes. Which is what I do. Like for my company's documentation, you'll know it's me because I just have a bunch of like Pingu memes. Just like in my document, I'll just like have really tiny Pingu or like a large Pingu holding a piece of text. Just like messing around. It's great. They love it. They're like, okay, this is Will's document. This is his. There are too many memes here. Or like I'll be doing like, there'll be some like C++ code, and then I'll have like in the bottom corner, there'll be like the tech like meme or something. And I just like, to me, like if you go through a document, it is so boring just looking at like paragraph after paragraph of text. If I throw in a meme though, it's like, oh, that's actually kind of funny. All right, I'll continue reading. Oh, here's another Pingu. What's this about?
Yeah, trying to do that with a document when working with government.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that'll go well. I'm sure that'll go well. Yeah, that'll go great. You can be the change, Joel. You can be the change. Introduce memes.
Yeah, right. Well, I could do it. I have the security clearance, but I'm not going to do it. That's funny. I would love to talk about some stuff, but I can't.
Yeah, that's fair. Same NDAs.
Yeah.
Well, there's a secret part of his contract. Don't forget it. I miss the voice of the other participants here. I don't want to forget you.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it going, Tom?
Yeah. We've
Yeah, good,
we've been
thanks.
driving the conversation.
How's it up there on your island?
Cold.
Cold.
Cold, yeah.
Yeah, good. You have way too much. It's way too warm. At my place, actually.
It's getting warmer slowly. It's still cold in the mornings, in the morning time, especially if I need to go to work, because I need to work from 7 a.m. to 4 p. No, yes, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we have got skilled free temperatures Celsius now. In the mornings of 4, it's still cold, but it's getting warmer in the next 2 weeks, I think. Getting the spring temperatures.
Well, it's 39 where I live now, so and that's good temperature. My comfort zone is somewhere around 40 to Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, Celsius, you're like, and you get hot, and you're like, wait, that's my comfort zone. I'm like, oh my God, that's pretty warm.
I mean, I know how 45 degrees Celsius feels like, especially if you're walking at the coast and you're getting the wet weather, the full wet wind from the oceans.
Humid.
It was in Dubai. I've been in Dubai for 3 weeks. I think it was 9 years ago, visiting my family there, and it's very hot there. You going to the plane, flying to Dubai 6 hours from my city where I'm living, and if the doors of the planes are opening, it's like you're opening the door of the turned on oven, getting the whole hot air now of the space. And yes, this is nothing you can close. You need to go out now to get to a bus and go to the next terminal to pick up your stuff. Yes.
Well, as a system engineer, you're always working in server rooms, and there's always nice and I have AC there, I have AC in the car, I have AC in the office, so you just move quickly between the part and problem.
So have you got AC in the bed?
This is my bedroom.
Ah, so you have AC in the bed.
Yeah. It's running non-stop 24/7.
It's not too noisy?
No. Like I said, I have one switch there, one switch there, and they're all fan and powered, so no.
Is it noisy? What?
What?
I mean, until he can sleep well, why not? I mean, I can sleep very well, especially if we had got maybe a thunderstorm outside there. I can sleep until to the next morning without hearing something out. And my mother is coming to a room to see if it's very okay. And she asked me, "Did you hear something?" What do you mean? The thunderstorm? I don't know.
No, it was, at one point someone drove a car in our home, and I didn't wake up. So, but if my phone goes off, I wake up.
How about the other participants? Can they sleep also sleep well good, or they can be wake up with slow noses? What about the others? If someone wants to answer.
Everybody is a bit shy.
Just a little bit. That's why I have been always maybe the most time alone in Discord, sometimes in the voice channels, sometimes Will joined, a few times the other participants joined, but yes, it was very exciting to join this meeting today to see you.
Yeah, well, I will be maybe hanging a bit more in the voice channel as well. Because now I'm getting more and more times, but the last weeks were just crazy.
We'll be playing Minecraft someday when you can join.
Well, I was on Minecraft today.
Yes. But a few seconds maybe, right? Just to have a look.
Yeah. Well, that's the life of an admin. Need to overwatch all the systems.
What time is it now? Okay, I've got still a few minutes before I need to sleep.
Yeah, well, I will probably end the meeting now. I don't know if anyone has any further questions, but I don't think we need to stretch it out and search for some context to talk about, because there will be another meetup between August and December, somewhere in the second. Trying to jobs a year now on. That's my goal at least. And maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, one IRL, also in real life meetup.
A real life meetup.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
That would be a challenge. Or maybe
That would be very
yes.
interesting, though.
In Switzerland.
No, Chicago.
Oh, that'd be fun. I have never been. Yeah, I've never been to Chicago. So
No, I didn't want. Max invited me to go to visit him, but well, Corona.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have to bleep that out now. So timestamp.
Timestamp. Gets demonetized, lose your YouTube channel. It's like, oh, worth it. Worth it. See, it's like the memes. It's worth it.
That's worth it. Definitely. And now my goal is to go this year.
Yeah.
If we remember how many participants we had got in this meeting now at the beginning, I think it was 32 or 33. And if a real fandom meetup could be possible in Chicago, maybe it would be challenging to invite the members from all around the world. If they have got the time, the money to fly, stay there, and the big question is how many cast members have also maybe time to meet us if they could. Maybe at least Zach.
Well, I'm taking a long shot here, but I probably think Max will definitely be there. And that's my goal. Why to make Chicago, and it will probably be some part of a hybrid meeting. I don't know yet. I'm searching for how we want to do it. Like, we want to meet in a room, have a beamer, and part live.
Our first own talk show, maybe.
Oh yeah, start the podcast. We kick off the podcast. Yeah, we kick off the podcast.
And you just got the reason.
I'm thinking about doing a fandom podcast. Yeah, but the other one is the Jenkins podcast, which I need to. Yeah. Well, I'm only the technical producer in the background. They just need to work on it. So, but I'm hoping every time I see Max and give him a little nudge, hey, come on. But he's just too busy.
Of course. I just remember he's not 18 years old yet. He has got enough stuff to do. Yeah, let's hope that Maxwell has got enough, maybe more time, maybe to the next fandom meetup at the second half, and maybe if you have got the chance to also invite Zach, when every one of us knows what question we need to ask him, then if the moment has come.
Well, again, you will never know.
But we can prepare questions.
Well, good prepare question. Yeah, I would always prepare some questions. Like Max was here this time. Yeah, well, in the very first meetup, I don't know if anyone saw it on YouTube.
Yes, yeah.
But Max was actually in Vancouver that time. They were filming season 3.
The last one or the first one?
The first.
The first one.
They're all on YouTube.
Because I have seen also his sister and his mother, and at first I thought it was at his home, in the living room, maybe. Or
that was the last one. That was in his.
Yeah.
And in the second one, he wasn't in the second one. He sent a message to that, and he was in the third one, and now in the fourth one.
Okay.
Yeah. but it's hard to getting everybody together to try and this and.
So Joel, next time, will you invite Debbie?
It's good to hold it as a secret. That keeps it exciting.
Like I said, you will never know.
Yeah, you'll never know.
Hold it as a secret as good as possible.
Yeah, well, it worked. No one knew,
of
Max.
course.
Well, there are some people who knew, but or
just remember about the first fandom meetup I've seen on YouTube, which no one knows, no one expected anything, and then with a just invited name. I think he had created the name Billy Robin. It was.
Yeah.
And then turning on the webcam, and everyone was shocked and also yes, be surprised.
Yeah, well, to be honest, we were on that meetup like what was it, Tom? Like 20 minutes. We talked with Max beforehand, and I said just mute yourself, turn your camera off, and I will my catchphrase, and then you come on. But that part is of course stripped from the public work. Yeah, well, so if anyone wants to say any last thing, I believe I will go into close the meetup, the 2022-1 meetup. I have to wait 12 hours. I wrote on the letter if anyone doesn't want recording. 12 hours to. Then after that, I will post it on my YouTube, which you can go follow.
Give the upvote, give the apple. Yes.
Ring the bell. No. Okay, then. Thank you everyone for coming, and hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you very much, Joe, for organizing it.
Thank you.
very much
Thank you.
that you have been here.
Joe.
It was good to meet you guys. I hope you have got,
nice meeting you.
I hope you've got the time maybe
Nice
next
to see
time
you
to
all.
join the Discord channels. Maybe we can keep a talk. It would be appreciated to see you maybe next to the voice channels in Discord. So I will be waiting for you.
Okay. See you.
And Will, just send me the recommendations for.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. You reminded me. Yeah.
And I'll forward them.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
time.